Hello.
Hey, I'm just
Hi.
bringing this up now. I've got the timer going.
Yeah.
I'll bring us up together.
There we are. Good.
Now,
How are
I
you?
do have an echo, so we might need to put in our headsets. This part of doing a hats is something absolutely new for me.
Okay.
So having a guest, it's a bit of a trial and error. I'll change my settings. Now, do you know where to change the settings in your little picture as a guest?
There's a thing down the bottom that says more. Oh no, settings on the left.
It's a little cog somewhere. I'm not sure whether it's to the right. Oops, I just went muted. I've just got to choose. I'm going to use my AirPods if they're going to come up, and it's not as the thing. I've got to use a speaker. Oh, I can't do the speakers differently. That's interesting. Oh, look, it's all okay. All okay. So how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, going well. As you know, I like doing the live streaming stuff. So I'm enjoying this as the possibility of more.
Yeah, definitely.
And I've certainly got some people who have joined in with us. So what I'm going to do first is actually put my Buy Me a Coffee link into the chat stream and say thank you very much to you for buying me a coffee or two this morning.
That's my pleasure.
and hence that's why I thought, no, look, I'll ask you if you're able to, would you like a reading? So it's why we're here is
absolutely.
as part of that. And I was going to go live at some point today with an ad hoc reading one anyway, but it's lovely that you can join in. And I've got Emma here who is popping in from the Facebook page. Now, I'm not sure whether it's the profile or the page. Yes, it shows her name, so it must be my Ros Bounty page, which is good. So I like to see the names there, so thank you for popping in, Emma. Can you see that your end, Sarah?
No. We on my end, we both look quite small, and when I talk, it's like one of those dubbed movies. My voice moves about 2 seconds after.
Yes, there is a tiny little lag with the hats, I've noticed. But I think most people can tolerate that little itty-bitty gap.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, like it is a program platform that's in beta. They do have that as stated in there, when you join in with HAPS, that it is beta. So I think any of the new things that we can be trying out, it's just great fun and it helps them, it helps us, all those reasons for trying something new.
Ways to connect with everyone.
Yeah, and here we've got Rena, who's saying hello as well. And in for a treat, I think Rena likes doing these too. Being part of them. We've got Tiana, I think is how that's pronounced. Can you, in your side of it there, Sarah, can you actually see the names of those who are commenting? As in, is there a little chat screen that you can see as well?
There was across the top a little blue, I think it was a little blue screen that came across the top.
Yep. Now, I am still hearing a bit of an echo. Are other people seeing or hearing an echo? So Emma's on my page. Good. So at least I know that is correct then.
Yeah, I can see that.
So it's close to afternoon where Tiana is. So yeah, we're close to that. It's 11:30 here. So she must be on the eastboard of as far as Melbourne or somewhere. I can't quite remember. Dee, good morning to you. And we certainly have a few others there. I'm not going to go through with all of them. And this is good to know. Thanks, Rena. So there's no delay on your end and the voices match with the movement. So that's good to know.
Perfect. That's good.
So that's just wonderful. We don't actually have to fix anything.
Excellent. Can I make us on a full screen? Is there something I can do there?
No? I don't know. If you drop out, just come back in if it looks like there is.
Yeah, that's all right. I can
to experiment.
I can see us. really little.
Now there is echoing. Have you got anything in the background that's another tab open on your laptop that's monitoring what you're doing or anything?
No, everything's
That's the
closed.
only other thing I can think of, or I don't know how to fix an echo in this one. If it was BeLive, I'd know, but in this one, I don't know where else to look.
No, nothing else open here.
Yeah, I was a guest on one yesterday as a play around to see where the invites come into. And there was an echo on that one that they couldn't find either. So I'm not sure. And if you've got any issues where the triangle down the bottom is, Bernie. Bernie's one who's subscribed to me. So I'll just do that just as I'm doing. I'm not quite sure. That's going to take a bit of time. I am broadcasting on a desktop broadcaster. I'm just going to do this again because I've been doing some reports. If we do it and echo broadcasting, and that's all I'll do is submit it as that. And do that. So thank you for your patience. What we're here for is I like that. This is a great way to see it as just that little chatter of birds behind. So let's consider that that's what the echo actually is. It's magpies in the background.
It is. That's it.
If it's not too invasive, that's what we'll do. And now what I'm going to do is flip over to my eCam that is going to show what I've got on the screen, which I haven't lined up the camera to the mat yet. So here we've got, and I need to be smaller, and I can put you, Sarah, as picture in picture. Keep in mind, this is all new playing for me. And placing things where I know they're going to be. That's a bit better, isn't it?
Yep.
So we can see the cards, we can see you, and what I need to do is a picture in picture like that. So you can see you.
Yep.
I'm going to see me down the bottom instead, and then we're nicely balanced out. And here's the cards. We're going to hop into doing the reading. And I can hear just sounds like it's only me echoing. I'm not sure why it is, but anyway, we'll sort that out a bit later. We'll get this done. Here's the cards. I place them. I've gotten into thinking I want to place them where the heart card starts in this one here, so that what the reading is based from the heart to start with. So, but all I'm doing instead of shuffling, because as you know, I've still got a splint on my wrist, and all you do with this set is just put them all randomly anywhere on each of these spots. Anyway, have you seen me doing one of these already, Sarah?
I did, yeah, on the Friday night I saw you doing it. Yeah, very interesting.
So you sort of have seen it once.
Yeah.
And it is an interesting way of doing the cards because I don't have to shuffle them. I'm just putting them randomly where they need to be, so that when I stack them up after this one, I can redo for the next one type of thing. So there we go. There's your cards. Do you want to choose one to where to start, or would you like me to throw the dice?
Throw the dice.
Okay. I'm going to get some nicer dice. These are interesting colours. So you've got 6 and 3s, 9, 10. So we're counting that from 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's the first card we start with. What question are you wanting to know?
Oh, now you put me on the spot.
I forgot to ask that first.
What do I want to know? Wow. Maybe just where I am spiritually. I mean, I sort of have a pretty good idea, but sort of messages, guides, that sort of thing.
And ain't that cool?
Yep.
There's a connection that's really cosmic.
That's it.
Moving it out to what is further than just being earthbound. So I would say that that's probably a very bit, it's the start of your journey with it, is actually releasing what is the earthboundness and actually taking it to the stars. What we've got there that it's based on, that this one is on as the house card, is the sword card, and that is swift action and cutting edge. So you're going to be growing into using different tools with it as well. That's what I'm seeing, and putting a little bit of intelligence and thought into it, but not just that, because you're connecting to the cosmos. Okay.
Okay.
So this is the pink row, the blue row, and the green, oh, wrong way, green row and blue row. So if you see that there's a number there, it's 2 blue, and I'm picking this next card here because that's the next one in the story. And you can see that I've done it right because it's
Yeah.
supposed to match, right? That's why if you see me picking up the wrong one, you're out.
Yeah.
Here we are with the camel. I'm just trying to place it under there so you can see it.
Mm-hmm.
The camel, as we know, the dromedaries are, they actually have a great endurance level. The I don't know if it's a myth or whether it's fact, but how they take on water and can last a long time in the desert.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, you're going to take on what you're needing in the resources that you need that are going to last for you to do that next stage of your journey and your growth spiritually, so that you can suck it in like a camel probably does at the trough.
That's it.
And really take in what you're needing for that next step, that next part of your journey, till you get the next, sucking at the trough type thing, feeding up, using your resource, to restock your resources. So we're going up to the 5 pink. I'll just move that because that was in making a shadow. 5 pink is this card, and that is the goblets. The goblets are about celebration and actually really having a party. So with all that you're going to be picking up and learning and using, it's going to be like it's a party for you. It's almost, I'm feeling like it's almost a birthday party, that excitement and that newness around what you're going to be moving into for your spiritual journey.
Yep.
So keep your eye open for those little sparklers and streamers and things that are going to bring that bit of pizzazz into that next step, guiding you into that next step. So the blue line 5 is down here. We've got the good luck card with this one. So fortune being up, of course. I mean, these cards aren't read as a reversal or anything. It's I think they are. I haven't read the booklet fully completely. I just dealing with them, as you know. So what you're endeavouring, it really is going to be good luck for you, and putting that energy in everything that you're doing in that next stage. Okay.
Yep.
So in that, I'm sorry that Ruth is finding it too distracting. I just noticed the comment. I'm not going to put them all up there on the screen. So the next step, it is sometimes in any journey you're going to need that bit of support, and this is what the Canes card is about. Oh, I just realised I've got my fan on overhead. See that reflecting in the card?
Yeah.
So with that distraction there, just at the times where you're actually needing to ask for the support, do ask. I mean, a cane really, it's to get us over those little humps and the rest, and unsteadiness that we might experience as we're walking. For those that need walking sticks and the rest, just take it on board that sometimes there is going to be a need for ask for help.
Yep.
One follows down here. So we've got the next one, and here we are with the heart card. So that is putting the passion and the heart into whatever it is you're doing, and reinvigorate, refocus that it is from the heart, that it's not just words, that you actually are using what is from your heart. So that's the green line. This one. And the next part of the story is your home base. So what you're doing is creating that wonderful environment in your home as well to support what you're doing with your spirituality, the spiritual pathway, what you're wanting to learn. It is really based in that home space because it came straight after the heart card. and it's
Yep.
going to strengthen that. So I
Perfect.
think the journey is looking pretty good. That was a
It
green
is.
one. So, and also that it actually includes abundance. So whether that's actually money or whether it's abundance in what you're feeling is your focus and
Mhm.
what you're moving into. So, and Rena's commenting she hasn't seen the house before. And I know Rena's been part of some of these, like she has popped in for most that I've already done as playing with these cards and learning them myself, really. So here we have what you're moving into being that abundance, and certainly can indicate that you're going to be able to gain some financial benefit from it as well. If that's what you're wanting, it might be not what you're wanting. It just depends. Abundance isn't just money, as we all know. So
No, I won't turn it down, that's for sure.
who does? Really, who does? And it's the energy exchange, isn't it? It's just
Yeah.
what we are exchanging. It's a form of that. And that's moving into something new as well because it's baby there. So whether it's something you're planning as part of, I'm just trying to find where is the centre there.
I'm too old for babies.
Could be grandbabies, or
Oh,
I think in this vein of what the story is creating, I feel it probably is just new pathway, new ideas, there's newness. There's going to be something that will shine out for you that's as if it's like a new birth, that you're bringing something new into your horizon. So that's moving into, and this is building up, almost like building up your strength, your empire, and it's from the home base. This is Tower. So it's actually giving that good foundation and building up into whatever you want as far as what your focus, where the focus is, the energy flows, that type of those little sayings sometimes that we hear. And it is building up. It is going to grow for you. Where was that one? There. Now we go into this one, the pink one. And part of that, it's not that you're going to have cobwebs in your tower or your house. It's actually creating
or spiders.
it's creating magic. You know, the times well, I have seen many times where I've gone out on those foggy, dewy mornings and you see a spider web with all its little droplets on it, almost like this picture is. It's glistening. You can see the perfection of what the web has in its weaving, the work that must have gone into it, and the beauty of it, though, and the purpose of it. It's not just for beauty; it's for function. So I'm feeling that all of what you're doing is it's creating that magic that's really going to function perfectly for you in whatever way you want it to. Because you are the creator, and you are going to. Now that's the one green. This one. I had to look closely. And the key is going to open whatever door you want it to because this is the key. So all looking really positive.
It is.
The direction of wherever you want it to go, look at your stars. And it does go back for blue. Is this one? This is blue? Yeah. And here we've got that sword again. And this is where it's going to go back, complete the story. It's using your tools, it's using that intelligence, cutting into what your purpose is and actually following through with the actions, what you feel guided to, because 4 green is this one, just above. So we've completed that story for you around what's ahead for your spirituality.
Sounds great.
Feel about that.
That was really good.
It's interesting the way these cards are read. I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, you're doing well.
Yeah, for yourself as a reader, how are you feeling on a first? This is the first one I've done for you, is it?
It is that one. Yeah, yep, definitely.
Yeah. So, how do you feel that the tools that we use? Well, for myself, I mean, I am moving more fully into the realm of the psychic medium work and that field. So I'm feeling really well directed in, you're saying I'm doing good work. I'm feeling it's fun. I love doing it. I know it's part of what my purpose is at this point in time.
It is.
So how do you feel about various tools that you yourself are using, do you use them mostly for yourself, or are you sharing with others in the way that, as far as a support for yourself in financial, earning money from it type of thing as a part-time
Yeah,
reader? You
I
get me?
don't. Yeah, I get what you mean. My skills there aren't ready to be doing readings and getting paid for them. Certainly not yet. I do a lot of the readings. I do pick up a lot more on the cards, especially when I watch you in the morning. I'll almost pick up the explanation before you do, and we'll sort of be in sync there. Yeah, I am feeling the last couple of days I've been feeling really connected to my guides. Just crazy little things have been happening, and I've just been like, wow.
Yeah, yeah. And isn't
Yeah,
that what we really like to be in? Well, I do, as far as
yeah,
a tool, because it's not just the cards that I use. It is
that's right.
other things like the pendulum and different cards, but
Yeah,
it can sometimes just be sitting in the energy of almost a meditation state, but it's actually in that energy of being open to receiving the messages. And you'd
absolutely.
understand that, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Well, I think it was it Friday night I did a meditation, and I was in here for about an hour, and I was just focusing on my guides and just saying, give me messages, give me clearer messages so I can feel that you're there. And it was funny, Saturday morning, like our cat has taken the little white grate out of the middle of the bathtub. It's
Oh,
been
yeah.
missing. It's been missing for about 3 weeks. And we went to Bunnings and couldn't find one. And Saturday morning, like I've searched the whole house. Saturday morning, I stood in the kitchen and something said it's under the fridge. And I
Oh,
looked
yeah.
under there with my torch, and there it was. And I just said, thanks, guides.
That is so funny. How the heck did the cat get it out in the first place?
Oh, he puts his little claw in there and just flicks it out and then flicks it all around the house.
Because I didn't even know they come out. I had no
Yeah. Well,
very
I've glued it back in.
yeah, maybe you might. Oh, yeah, okay. I just
Mm,
realised the purpose for them is to get all those hair gobby thingies out of the
yeah,
ground. So
that's
probably
it.
doing one night. Anyway, yes, that's why I had
Yeah,
to loose it.
yeah. And I think with the painting I'm doing too, I'm kind of I'll stand in front of my canvas and I will not have a clue what I want to paint. And I'll just say to my guides, just guide me, give me creativity, and I'll just go and paint. And it's like, wow.
Yeah, yeah.
So, yeah,
Yeah, it is. It's very good. I like doing that.
yeah.
Um,
So I think
you're
spiritual
going
stuff.
into that zone in what you're doing. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. The spiritual stuff so far, what I've been learning on my journey through you and other people that have been helping me, is basically for my own wellness at this stage. Once I'm feeling 100%, then I'll start trying to read for others and that sort of thing. But I'm loving where I am.
Yeah, I like that saying that Yoda in Star Wars. You might be no, you're not too young for that, are you?
No, I know Star Wars. My son's obsessed with
Yeah.
Star Wars.
I love Yoda, and I
Yeah,
can't always remember the little sayings, but there isn't a try, it's just do.
yeah,
Whichever,
yeah,
however he says that, it's not that you're
yeah,
gonna try, you are going to do.
yeah.
Oh, when you
That's
get to
right.
that point
Yeah,
in reading for
yeah,
others, you'll be doing it. Yes.
absolutely. Yeah,
I
that's
like
good.
how you can swap us around like that in a sec. You see,
It's funny, isn't it?
I like that. Oh, there's some interesting things in here I want to play with, but I better behave because I do that a lot. So thank you so much for coming on and like sharing with me and doing this reading. Now
That's
I have
okay.
got here we've got Emma who had asked a little while back. I thought, well, I'll just do a couple of them. And it's also there was another person who'd bought me some coffees this morning, but I still haven't
Nice.
gotten back to knowing how to respond through the buy me a coffee
No.
in saying, would you like a reading too? It's not that I'm going to use that as just my hook. You know how some people
Mm,
call it, got to have a hook in your marketing. I'm not a
yeah.
marketing person. I don't like doing that side of all this, but it's
Mm,
still um, I do want to earn some money out of doing this. I'm being upfront about that. It's a way to earn money, but I'd rather people just contribute as they feel so, not being hooked into something or,
Yeah.
marketed to. So I'm not going to be doing that. And it took me a bit to find, how do I contact you? I could easily, because Facebook Messenger is one system that we do share.
Yeah.
And it's very interesting. Now, how do I do that? And there's also and Tiana is also asking for a reading as well. So I'm going to spend a little bit more time on here.
I think you will.
More. So, because I'm having fun with this, but if you'd like to, you can go and watch, hop out if you want to and watch as a viewer, or go ahead with the rest of your day and have a beautiful public holiday Monday.
No, exactly. I'll go and do some painting.
And do some painting. Oh, I love
Yeah.
those photos you shared. Gorgeous. I'm
Mm,
just starting to get into Instagram, so I'm seeing more of what my friends share in other places, because I've
yeah.
only really just concentrated on Facebook, and I thought, Pinterest, I still get notifications from Pinterest because I like the visual, which is
Mm,
why I like doing live streams.
yeah.
I have tried that Clubhouse, and just the audio for me just doesn't, it's not as experiential. I like.
Mm,
So
yeah.
thanks for being with me, and
Thanks
I'm
for having
going to
me.
drop you out. Can you see where you do that? Do you hit an exit button somewhere, or do I
I
do
can
that?
see that. Yep. All
You
right.
can?
Oh,
Cool.
yep. All right. Thank you, Ross.
Okay.
See you
Thank you.
tomorrow morning, 8
Yes,
o'clock.
yes. Bye for now.
Bye.
So, thank you to Sarah. It was lovely to have her popping in. Now, the one that Emma, if you are still here, would you actually like to pose a question? Because put your question in the comments, because you may not be on the HAPS yet, to be able to come in on the live stream. Oh, hi there, Shaz. Lovely to see you here. Wonderful. Because one of the things I think, from what I'm understanding with the HAPS, is you need to have signed in, as in join the HAPS broadcast, the HAPS site platform, as I don't know whether they call it just everyone's a broadcaster or just a member or what. I'm still learning. So do join in I don't know where I put my, hang on, the actual HATS link that I've got from them. I'm just going to put that in there. I've got a file there that I can actually put that in the comment stream. And I can actually put comments here in the stream too, which is wonderful. I know BeLive do that. I like BeLive as a platform as well. So that's going through, I hope. And Emma, if you're still there, if you would like to put your question there. And also there was Tiana, you'd like to have a reading as well. If you put your question there as well, the first one that actually puts their question is the one I'm going to actually do as the next reading. And I'll gather up the cards again so that we can just do the next one. So you're going to have me a little bit distracted here while I do that one-handed. And it's a little bit of a reach to my table. I think I should be able to bring it a bit closer. And here we go. I can. I hope not to bump it again, because I've got this all set up on a fold-up trestle table, a small one. And I'm not sure if that went through. Oh, I've got to hit the arrow for that. Okay, so Tiana, if you'd like to put your question there in the comment stream, that'd be lovely. And I'm just going to put this one up as well. If you've got any questions that you'd like to ask about, anything really. And certainly if you feel guided along to support me with the Buy Me a Coffee, you can go and visit that one as well. So ask any questions if you would like to, and I can actually go like that to make it smaller. Any questions? I like the way this works. And then I can switch it around so that the questions is bigger and I'm still sitting there with you. It's really actually a very versatile platform, this one. So I'm quite enjoying using it. So otherwise with Emma, I'll actually do, now Emma may not be here still and Tiana may not be here still. It's looking like, oh, I just realised there's this hello, which was a long time ago from Bernie. It was Bernie's that I was a guest in yesterday and first saw how to actually get the invite from the notification. So it's all a learning process and it's actually fun. I love it. I'm really liking it. So now, Rena, did you want to have, are you still here? Did you want to have a reading? It's the first one that puts up a question that's going to get a defined reading from these cards. Otherwise, I'll just do them as a generalised. So I've got a comment there. Okay, Caitlin, you're first. Here we go. Now, let's see if that's going to give us a really good reading or see how the cards deal with that type of question. So, now, Caitlin, can you please join? Now, if you are actually, if you need to actually sign up for the HAPS, can I please join? I'll just explain this one before I go on to that next reading. Because what I'm understanding is that you need to join in. You click on that link where I've got my HAPS profile link. You click on that and you go through the process of signing up. And then you'd let me, for now, like as in for through this session, then you'd let me know what your sign up name is. Now that can be, because we are connected through Messenger, I can actually, you could pop that into the Messenger and I can then, once you're in HAPS and watching from there, I can actually invite you in to the HAPS. It sounds a little convoluted, but it's not really. It's just something new that with anything that you need to that you actually need to learn a few steps. And I'm looking at my messenger and seeing a few responses there. So yes. I've just got to respond to that one. So Caitlin, I've got you on Messenger. So if you want to go through that process, and you can actually join in with the reading if that's how you'd like to do it. So I can leave yours till next, and I can actually go to Tiana's question, and we can do that this way. Tiana, the same process. If you're wanting to come in on the screen, you can actually, like with me, as Sarah was, you can actually join the HAPS and then just send me, I don't think we're friends on Messenger. You just let me know via this chat stream, in the Facebook comments under where you are already now. You could put it there as far as a HAPS and I'll look for your name and invite you in. So that you're here as a oh yeah, I'm just learning some things here as well. Even though Sarah had dropped out of the live stream, I've still got her invite there, so I might be able to leave that there. Not wanting to come on, so I might just do your question next, which is anything exciting going to happen this year if you get job or any babies. Okay, let's have a look at that. I'll go over to my shared screen here. Now with this, I prefer to be up the top because then when I'm looking down at the cards, it looks like I'm even looking down at the cards here or there, wherever it is. Okay, so what I've got here is Caitlin. I'll just do the, all right, I've got your name there, so that's wonderful. I think I can do it this way. Invite, and I go, Caitlin. Hoping that comes up, but I'll do your question after I've done Tiana's now. Okay, Caitlin? So you can try finding that invite. It is, if you're on a mobile device, I think it's the same with any of them. It's up the top right corner near your profile. There's a notifications little bell or something that'll tell you you've got an invite. I think that's where it is. And yes, you're there. Good. So I'm going to do Tiana's first because she was in line in the main chat stream first. That okay, Caitlin? If you can mute your microphone until I do
But okay.
Tiana's, okay? So I'm just going to get her cards ready and we'll see what is there for her as far as what's going to happen this year for her in a job or any babies. And one of the things I've found with this system is that sometimes the reading can be only 3 cards worth, and sometimes it's gotten up to being 16. I haven't had one yet that's been the full 18. So it's just so, it seems to be so on point. So thanks, Caitlin, for being here in the stream. So you've got the time to wait while I do Tiana's, I hope?
Yes.
Great. I've just muted you at my end so it's not heard in the broadcast. Okay, so it looks like people, when they're in the stream, can actually be heard in the background, I think. Now watching from the much more comments here. Present on screen. Oh, look, it's so much. It is. What it's doing is bringing in the feeds from anyone else as far as the comments and because it's all I'm running it into 5 destinations. So it is YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Periscope, and a Facebook page. So it is that's being broadcast to, and you're going to see it that way. In HAPS itself, you'll see all the comments in that stream. So, and well, there you go. Now, I'll do the dice for your Tiana. So this is Tiana's reading, and you've got 6 and 6 is 12. So we're starting with the 12th card. And here is what's happening for you as far as now. I'll take it as the job first because that's the first part of the question. I think this is a system that really is better when you actually ask a very specific question. So, and one at a time type of thing. We'll see how it pans out. But first card, you've got the goblets. It's celebration. So celebration in the job, so that what you're moving into is and it's sitting on the balance card, the scales there. Now you might not see them all that big or clearly, but it is the scales. So it's balancing what you're doing is really working, and it's celebration in that factor. So we're going to move ahead to, I'll just do these because this is my practice still. I'm not 100% au fait with this system. Blue row, so we're going to the 5 blue. And so that's moving to being able to spend some time on a holiday shortly. So I think you're actually going to get some time for a break that's going to take you to places at distance. And it's not going to be all that fast. Can you actually mute, Caitlin? Can you
I
mute
don't
yourself?
know.
No, it's all right. I'll mute you. That's okay. I can still hear you, but it's not being broadcast, so that's okay. So expect some travel there, Tiana. Okay, so we're there on that one. We go up to this card here, and it really is reaching for the stars. Keep following your dreams. So whatever it is that your intentions are with your work, do follow that pathway that's going to take you through to those dreams being realized. So it's also going to move you to where your heart really is involved in that, the more depth into what you're doing with your work. So you'll actually find that where you're going with it is going to bring more of that passion into it, that you're going to really love what you're doing. Okay, and that's this card. it is also going to mean that you're going to be climbing the ladder, so to speak. So expect some more challenging things to be given to you to do, that you're going to actually be climbing that ladder. It's like promotions. It's like, well, climbing to those stars. And where you see it there, we've actually got the ladder pointing to the star anyway. So expect that to be to moving upwards in what you're doing with work. You're going to love it, and it's certainly going to bring forward your financial rewards, resources and abundance there. So it's going to be a fantastic pathway for you to step into. Moving over to the money card, to the 6 blue there, it's also trusting. Like, it could mean that there might be some loss that is going to be experienced, but with anything that you're gaining when you're advancing, there's going to be something that falls away and drops out. It's gone by the wayside because you're needing to continue to step forward in that trust, that self-trust, what you're moving into. There could be those times where you're wondering, are you on the right path in your work? Others that are telling you you shouldn't be doing that and blah, blah, blah. Don't believe them. Trust yourself and move in that energy. 2 pink. And here we have the pram. We already had that for Sarah, so it really is a new pathway. Expect some of what you're doing to actually lead off to something new, like a new birth, and pushing that pram for all you're worth. Keep it in safe spaces and places, and caring and nurturing. It's going to really take off as like children grow. So do follow that pathway to green. Is this one? And here's your home. That's the house. So it's going to reflect well in your home base as well. So that connection from job to home. We do like to have some balance in our life. We can't totally disconnect our home from work, our work from home, because it does influence each other. Just believe that where you're moving it into is going to create that safe place and haven, like it is your home. 5 green, this one. And with the sword, it is thinking sometimes on what the using the intelligence, using what you know, and it's going to be fast. So I'm feeling that what your growth is, just be wary. It could be a bit fast and you could be a bit overwhelmed with it, but just steady what your thinking is about it, so that it's actually going to create that, what is the next step for green? This one, the web to be woven, and continue forward with that. So you're still in that pathway at your works, creating some magic, because the spider is about that magic. 1 green. And here is where the scales are. So the scales aren't too far away. So you are actually going to have that balance in your life with your work and your home. It wasn't too far away from either. So as far as your story that you're creating, I mean, it is your story and your pathway that we're going to come back here to the scales. So here we are. That is the completion of what your reading is, because we've got the scales is already open with that celebration. So it comes around to really celebrating who you are in your workplace, what you're doing in your workplace, stepping out in your self-trust and faith in what you're doing, because you are certainly going to have it improve and grow, and to all that you need out of what your work is, to all that your work needs out of you as well, because it's always going to be a two-way encounter, isn't it? So there you go. And that one was Tiana. I'm trying to think of the name to actually speak there. Yes. So that was this. This was the question that I was just answering for Tiana in that particular reading. Okay. So now, while I get, and I've got Shaz here just to say present on screen that comment, and I'm going to actually bring Caitlin into the broadcast side by side and take the mute off. Now, can we hear you now, Caitlin? How are you?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh my Lord!
Yeah.
That's weird.
So when I muted, did that actually mute you from hearing me?
I heard everything you said, but I can't see anything besides that live ticking away.
The live ticking away. What are you
Like
on? You're on mobile?
Yeah, it says haps.tv/broadcast, and then I can see all the comments down the bottom, like some from Sharon, the last one. And
Yes.
that's it.
Oh, good. That's it. Oh, so it's different from a mobile, from a laptop to a desktop. I'm on my iMac, so that's how I will be doing most of these. But one of the things with the HAPS is now that you yourself are in the HAPS system, you can do your own broadcast from a mobile device on the HAPS app. So you can start doing your own as well.
Oh, God.
Oh, look,
No.
go down the page. I think the way that it seems on some of the little research that I've done, the way that they've actually intended it is to be a reporting base that's not got the same censorship and control that some of the other platforms have with live streaming. So they're actually creating a bit of a new base, from what I can tell, to be able to do mobile live streaming as well as something a little more produced. So,
That makes sense.
yeah.
Well, that's embarrassing. Good on Sharon. Hi there, Caitlin. We can see you.
Yeah, what's
Great.
embarrassing? You're on video. You're live
I
streaming
can't
to
see myself, though.
Oh, that's a bit of a shame if they don't have room on a mobile app. I haven't done a mobile one yet. I've only done
No.
it from here and probably the iPad. Did I do one from an iPad? I don't think so yet. So, what was your question? While I'm actually, because I'll try and find it. We can see. Oh, yeah. See, Shaz is saying we can see. Yeah, he can see.
And I know Sharon. Hi, Sharon.
We are good friends.
Are you? Wow, small world, eh?
Look, when I first went out and on my own many years ago now, it was 2006 probably that I would have met her as I went to Strath and then worked with her. And now that I don't work with her, we're just friends because I had change of location, everything. Like it's a story of how friends do get to meet, isn't it, from various starts. So, and how did you meet Shaz? Oh, Sharon.
Good old Dad being Mark with Littlehampton Bricks, in all honesty. Then Dad knows everyone, and then when you're a kid, you remember names.
Yes.
Sharon's probably going to agree and go, yeah, I know her Dad, so.
Yeah, I'm just going to have a slurp of coffee because I've been talking a lot.
Go for it. I've got cordial that looks like red vodka.
Oh, well, that's a good trick.
Hey.
Just put up the comment from Rena that she's already got 10 subscribers since joining HAPS. So I get the feeling that because it's a new platform, newish platform, I hadn't heard of it before until Eileen Smith, who's a great live streamer. She mentioned HAPS and I joined under her link. And it's just gone from there. I didn't look at it to start with, and then she did another one. And I thought, oh, I've got to take notice of this. I want to play. You know, it's the different sandpits we like to play in sometimes.
Oh, yeah. Dig away.
So, hence, I'm here. You're here. We've just had Sarah, and I'm having fun. So, it's a ball.
Yeah, but at least you can see me. I can't even see myself. Too bad if I was picking my nose because.
Just trust that you don't do anything naughty. I won't block you. If I'm fast enough, I'll put you, hide the video, but I don't know how to do that yet. Hang on, let me see if I can. Can I? No,
it doesn't matter. It's weird, but
I think I can. But look, we'll go ahead with the reading. What was your question again? I was going to try and find it and put it on screen. I know you had it there.
I just asked if Mum was going to be okay because.
So this is the one that I'm actually going to answer now in this reading. So I'm switching me around. I'll be switching the screen around just a little bit. I've started to put the the cards out. So you're there. I need to move myself down again because it looks a bit dumb. I don't know how to move you around with that one, so it's me that gets moved around. So how is mum going to be? And at some point, I know that I'm going to be able to do this a bit faster, but at the moment, while I'm learning this card system, I'd love to be able to get the person who created this, the lady who created this, I'd love to get her on as a guest and share time with her. So I'm just going to have to do a bit of sourcing there. Now, is there a card that oh, I had some up the wrong way, so we'll just turn them over.
It's a sign.
Not meant to be revealed yet. Which number card do you want to start with? That being 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You get the gist. Between 1 and 18.
Just choose one.
Yeah, choose a number between 1 and 18. That's how I decided I'd do your start.
18.
Right, here we go. 18. Whoo! You've got on the money. On the money, Shortshot. Money. It's going to come in to go out fast. I'm not sure which. We will wait.
Hey, it's Mum's birthday, so I might as well.
Is it her birthday, your mum?
No, 18th of July. So when you said 1 and 18, I just instantly said 18 for some reason.
Okay, yeah, got it. Because it's my youngest son's birthday today.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, I did ring him. I went to ring him our time, 8:30, but he's in Perth, Western Australia. It would have woken him at 6, so I hung up. I forgot the time difference.
On your mum.
I have since rung, but I got the message back. He probably wanted to ignore me. I read the positive comments out of this one because I'm still not familiar with the cards, what the author meant their meanings to be. I don't like to memorize them. I go with more what the card looks like and feel intuitively what it's meaning, which I'll get to that point, but I just want to know it's overcoming difficult situations from much hard work, and it's quick actions and quick decisions. So that's what the sword is about. So your question of will mum be okay? It has been difficult for her, I gather. So it's going to result in things. What's the next step for green? I think it's probably going to bring what your intentions are, what goal, that aim of reaching for the stars, that having intention. It will work towards that end of what you're actually expecting and wanting for her to blue. It's going to be so if she's not well, I feel it's going to bring forward a new step forward in feeling a lot better, in actually almost feeling like she's having a new life out of it. So whatever is going to be the solution, is it health issues?
Well, to be honest, she's got breast, lymph node, and spine cancer, and she's taking all these chemo tablets to keep her alive and to keep. Yeah, it's hard to talk about, but that's what she said this morning.
Yeah, look, I think it is going to be a bit of a slow journey past that, but I'm feeling that she is actually going to have that fresh wind, that new breath of life coming into it. So the treatments that they're using for her, I think, will give a great deal of ease because, sailing is a peaceful journey. It is something, yes, a bit slower, but it's going to bring that destination in peace. And moving forward into that, it's coming back to the money. So there's going to be that abundance of life there for her in what she has remaining in her life now, because that comes back to this 6 blue card of the money and completes the reading. So that in itself is an example of a very short reading that is possible with this way of reading the cards. But it actually did answer the question in sorry to have you on screen where there is tears. I understand the concern and the love. It is hard, isn't it? Just take a breath. And if you'd like me to drop your video off, just let me know.
It's all good. We're all human.
Okay, good. Keep loving. Keep loving. Know that the journey is each and every person's as their individual pathway and journey in life. And the lessons sometimes aren't just for the individual person experiencing it. That lesson actually can be for us who are part of their lives, to be, she is the teacher and you are the learner, like we do have as parent-child relationships so long in our lives. But it still continues on as part of that in a reverse mode. You know, we do interact as two-way, that even you as the daughter are a teacher as well in how you are supporting and loving your mum through what for her is a difficult time. I mean, it's difficult for all the family in anything that's such that type of health issue. But you're working through it so strongly. Keep moving. Keep that energy of love moving, and it really is showing that new path once the chemo and those treatments are done, that there is like a new pathway for her, a new journey.
I
Got any
hope
other
so, 'cause
questions
she's in
on that?
England. Yeah, she's in England, so it's really, really hard.
So the COVID's affecting the ability for her to travel or for you to go and visit?
Both. So, because you know the job I do for state government, they said if I go over there, then I'm at risk of losing my job because of COVID.
Yeah, yeah. Makes it very hard. Look, love to you in the situation. Yes, it is difficult. Just breathe, 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 breathe. I'm feeling that constriction.
I'm meditating. Can you see?
Yeah. Look, there is also, I mean, with the technology that we have, is your mum at ease with the technology to at least be able to connect on a video call or something like that? And at least there can be that sort of connection these days. It's not quite as bad as it used to be in days gone past, where it was only a phone call and horrid connections at that for international, but at least there is that. Do you connect with her on the video calls? Might be something
All
to
day, every day, if I'm not at work. It does make it easier, but then again, you just want to get yourself in there, like click your fingers and be with her.
yeah, yeah. Know that it will pass. Know that it will pass. I've got more comments sitting there and I'm up there. Okay, thank you for joining me on screen though, Caitlin. It's been lovely. And
Thank you.
just keep loving.
Oh, I'll try and I'll meditate.
Look, it's living who you are is the teacher to others. It doesn't have to be with that aim in mind that we're going to be a teacher to people. It's just being you, and you are, by that example of being you, the best teacher that you can be, the best anything that you can be. It's be you. Okay. The heart goes to you.
Thank you. And just quickly, really, really quickly, I was trying to think of that gemstone that is a healer, because I've got them all around the house. But you know that certain gemstone that.
Well, there's what's coming to mind first. I mean, amethyst is always a good one, but actually, fluorite's the one that just popped into my mind. So I think possibly that would be the one. Okay.
Send her a shitload, but he's stapling on her forehead.
Selenite's the other one too, because that can actually be quite a pointed energy. I've got these names in my head. I used to know what they each was for individually and remember them, but because I haven't used them so much myself for years, you'll have to look up what the purpose is for them. But fluorite and selenite are the two that's being popped into my head. So, yeah, I can't tell you specifically what they work with.
Thank you. I trust you better than Google.
Oh, thanks.
Google, Cabby Notebook.
When I find it in my crystal Bible somewhere, that's in a box somewhere. Okay. Thank you for
Thank you.
Bye for now.
See ya. I'm going to get rid of this.
Oh, that was lovely. Now let me see. Where did we get up to with the comments? I had so many popping in. Now I've done Tiana's. I've done a reading for Caitlin. Just want to remind you about that buy me a coffee if you feel like supporting me. It is a way for me to actually have a bit of reward for what I'm doing. And even with the HAPS, if you're in the HAPS app, they do have a reward system. It does it's one of those things that they are a free platform, and the reward system does give less to the broadcaster than what Buy Me a Coffee does, for instance, because they are a platform that needs that support through that system to be able to keep going. Because I haven't noticed any advertising on here yet, and that's another reason why I really like this system so far, this platform. There's broadcasters like me doing various bits and pieces that you can go into a feed, that you can go discover different people, you can subscribe to various people that you find are interesting, get the notifications. They're all sort of similar in their own way. And what it's needing, you know, have more contribute, do broadcasts, do some live streams in whatever you're skilled at, or just take your phone for a walk with you and just share the experience of a walk with others, because not everyone can get out and about. There are still countries that are restricted with, you know, having that stay inside rule and wear the mask rules and stuff. We've been so lucky here in Australia so far to be where we're able to get about more freely, for instance. So, and there was another one, Caitlin, jade is good for healing. That's great. Good one. Yeah, Shaz, good one to share. Thank you. And that message of love and healing for all. Yep. So thank you. I'm just so appreciative that Caitlin was able to come in at that point in time to share, and being so open to having a reading that is personal. I mean, that's the thing when you're coming on screen and wanting a public reading, be aware it is public. But it was lovely, so thank you. Roz just put you up singular. Now, let me see. We've got Deanna. Oh, lovely to see you here, Deanna. Dina, sorry. I made that mistake before too. Dina she is a psychic medium as well, and it'd be lovely to see Dina doing some live streams too. I'm not sure if she does, but I had Dina on as a guest reader, the first one that I actually had the other day. So I've subscribed to her profile or feed or whatever. I'm not sure how they term it here, but it's lovely. Lovely to have met Dina. So if you're in here in Hats, do have a look at Dina's page, Dina's profile, and subscribe to hers as well. Absolutely lovely lady. And as you said, once you come into Hats, it certainly is. Rena herself, I'm going to put this back up on the screen. Rena herself has actually been able to gain 10 subscribers just like that. So wonderful. Now, I am going to leave it there. I'm just seeing has there been any others? I'm going to leave it there, and I might do another later or tomorrow or whatever. It will be ad hoc. I'm not going to plan a regular broadcast on here yet. I am wanting to familiarise myself with the platform a lot more to see what's possible. And I just noticed the time, it's 12:30 p.m. as in lunchtime, and I can hear some rattling out in the kitchen. And you don't have to call me too often, more than once for food. When it's a mealtime, I'm out there. So it's wonderful. Thank you to everybody that did join in. Thank you for being in the stream. And certainly do hit that link that's got my Hats link to be able to join in under that, because we actually get rewarded. You'd get 100 coins. I get some coins. I don't think it's quite that many. It's the currency that Hats uses to reward each other, the broadcasters. And you can certainly purchase more. I haven't had that work yet. Think Twitch. Sort of similar, but I'm still discovering what's the differences too. So it's wonderful to be here. And I'll be back again later, and we'll see what's next, won't we? So thank you, Sarah, for that. Thank you for being on the screen with me as well. It was a wonderful experience. I'm enjoying this heaps, as you can tell. So till next time, I'll catch you on the screen somewhere. So bye for now.